Welcome to the Ringer Fantasy Football Show. My name is Danny Heifetz, and I am joined by Danny Kelly and Craig Horlbeck. And Week 13, Sunday, Week 13, is in the books.
Wild.
Lots to get to. Honestly, the biggest thing that happened in football is probably college football playoff. We're going to get to that in a few seconds, but not seconds, minutes. But Chiefs-Packers just happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm torn. So the Packers ended up winning the game, and I feel like the main thing by the end, the Packers won 27-19 over the Chiefs, and frankly, Jordan Love played fantastic. And so I feel like we have to talk about the refereeing at the end. But the Packers won, so I kind of don't care that much, but the refereeing was at the end, and DK, you hate referees, so this must have been your Super Bowl.
So what call pissed you off the most? Let's go through them, because I think the one where they got called for roughing or whatever it was, unnecessary roughness, when Patrick Mahomes was kind of like at the sideline right by the first down marker and like was inbounds.
He got hit inbounds trying to get a first down
right.
a flag.
By a defender who was like terrified to hit him and trying to lead away while running at him.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like there was a flag for like 3 seconds. And for a moment, I was like, wow, they finally got one right. And then, of course, a flag followed.
The delay was like the Key and Peele 3 pumps where they were like looking and they're like, they just tossed it at the end.
And I was like, oh, the refs, that's their one terrible call per drive. And then the MVS non-call clear PI.
He like climbed him like he was a ladder.
As someone who
immediately usurped the shitty Mahomes sideline call.
Craig,
they would have won the game. The Chiefs would have won the game.
You played pickup basketball with me, and all I'll say is I had no problem with the non-call and MVS. Okay? That was great coverage.
That's right out of the Heifetz school of defense.
Yeah, that's so.
Would you think of the Hail? What about on the Hail Mary with the 2-hand push to the back on Travis Kelce? Would you
literally they were trying to make it a thing and they forced it? I don't give a shit about the PI. I actually thought
that doesn't really get called usually. It
doesn't.
Those types of plays.
There's a problem in basketball and football with the last play of the game just doesn't resemble the sport, and it sucks. In basketball, if there's 3 seconds left and you put up a 3, anything goes in the paint when you're rebounding. Like you could stab a guy in the back and get the rebound with 5 seconds left. They're not going to call it. Same thing with a Hail Mary. Like Travis Kelce was assaulted, and you're never going to get that call. It doesn't resemble football at all.
It's
sure. I guess I don't know what the solution is.
You know what the actual question is? Because they don't treat it that way if it's at like the 2-yard line. Like we just saw the Giants-Bills game. Like the question is at what point's it a Hail Mary? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I was thinking that exact same thing, Heifetz. I was like, where is it like the no call zone? Like, what is the no call yard line?
When can you shove Travis Kelce with 2 hands in the back and everyone's like, yeah, great call, great play? No,
I think it's if you can see the end zone in the original static shot, like when they're on Mahomes about to take the snap. If you can see the end zone, they're calling fouls.
I think that's a good call.
20-yard line, 25-yard line.
I don't want to waste.
It's the red zone.
I think you're probably right, but I don't want to waste time talking about the refs because I think that the Packers won, and who cares? What mattered in this game is Jordan Love and the Packers were fantastic. This was, as you know, I hate Craig. I'll meet you halfway. I'm going to take the W on Jordan Love being good, and I'm gonna give you the W. And this was his debutante, maturing night for Jordan Love and the Packers offense.
Coming of age.
They all came of age tonight in Green Bay.
Yeah, they did. No, Heifetz, I think you get credit. I mean. You hopped off the bandwagon in the middle of the season.
Well, I was just getting I was getting Gatorade at the gas station. I was just like, I had to
for a month.
Well, yeah. I mean, because don't judge me. I'm just,
because Love started the season with 6 touchdowns, no picks in his first 2 games, and Heifetz is like, I told you so. And then it got real dark for about a month and a half, and now his last 3 games, he's been incredible. They've won 4 of their last 5. And he legitimately looks like a quarterback who can do everything. I mean, he really looks like mobile, accurate, strong arm. He's aggressive, but not too reckless. They look really good, and they're not even really healthy.
We always give the Steelers credit for always being able to draft receivers. The Packers just fixed their entire receiving room.
The Packers are very good at this. Yeah,
they went a decade and we're like, oh, they don't draft the Packers receivers in the first round when they get Rodgers one. And it's like, well, if they just wanted, they literally like the Packers' best receivers are Jaden Reed, a 2nd-round rookie, and then like there's Dontavian Wicks, a 6th-round rookie, and then Christian Watson's like I guess he got hurt tonight, but he's been playing great. And then like they just have all these guys who are fantastic.
Even Malik Heath is out there making plays. They had Tucker Kraft, a 2nd tight end, out there making plays.
And Love, Collinsworth had the same thing, but it's like, I'm not saying Love is like Aaron Rodgers, but like he clearly just spent 3 years like watching Aaron Rodgers. Like I love the shot they had of Jordan Love throwing with no feet touching the ground because it's just Literally, the only people who do that
He's
are
just
Mahomes
emulating. He has
Yeah.
like that emulated look to him. It's like how you copy someone's swing when you're growing up, like your favorite baseball
Or it's
player.
like your older brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
DK,
I
were
will,
you
I
with
will
Ken
say
Griffey? Was that your swing? When you were-
it was like Ken Griffey when I was growing up, and then during my college or high school and college years, it was like Ichiro.
Dude, I love the Gary Sheffield waggle with the
Yeah.
totally.
Emails at ringerfantasyfootball@gmail.com. What baseball player that you just like emulated their swing?
I was gonna say with the Packers though, just watching them, they are a very aesthetically pleasing offense to watch. I don't know what it ended up looking like at the end of the game, but I know that at some point during the third quarter, I saw a tweet that there had been zero pressures on Jordan Love throughout the game to that point. And it was like, because they do such a great job of mixing run with play action, these deep drops and getting Jordan Love out on the move. Like, to me, it's just like, it's sort of like poetry in motion, the way that they like do misdirection. They have him booting out. His actual throwing motion is very like aesthetically pleasing. He just kind of like winds up and whips it downfield. I don't know. For whatever reason, I enjoy watching this offense. And they're just like very smooth in everything they do.
Dude,
And
no one on the Packers offense remembers Mbop. Mbop.
Mbop.
I bet none of them know it either.
You didn't either.
Well, I would be the oldest player on the team. That's my point.
AJ Dillon said he felt, there was a report, I forget who was saying it on the sideline, that reported that AJ Dillon says he feels old. He's 25. He's like, I feel old in the locker room.
25.
Dude, they're actually going to be the youngest offense in the NFL history.
Well, and this team's going to make the playoffs. They're 6-6.
Yeah.
Here are the remaining 4 games. They play the Giants, the Bucks, the Panthers, and the Vikings. This team's going to probably finish the year on a 7-game winning streak, I would bet.
And honestly, like, I'm happy about that. I mean, obviously as a Seahawks fan, they might kick my team out, but like, I want to see good teams going in. And I actually think they are pretty good. They're pretty balanced. Like I said, the offense is really fun to watch. I don't know. I feel like that would be fine to have them make the playoffs.
Guys, I have good news. I just figured out the single funniest thing that could happen in the NFL this year.
What's that?
The Packers are going to beat the Cowboys in the playoffs. Like, Mike McCarthy basically got the Cowboys job because him and Aaron Rodgers just kept beating the Cowboys. And how funny would it be if the new Packers coach and then Aaron Rodgers leaves and then Jordan Love just beats Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys in the playoffs? It's destiny.
Well,
Based on how things are going for McCarthy in the playoffs, that kind of checks out. I feel like that's like not as bad as it could get. I feel like another loss to the Niners is probably the all-time low for McCarthy.